Hey guys, it's Jim Fuge. In today's free guitar lesson, I'm going to go over Hey Joe by Jimi Hendrix. Jimi Hendrix's version. It's an older song. I think it was Jimmy's first hit. And boy oh boy, you're going to be surprised on this one, man, because Hendrix is a difficult guy to play right. And this will set the facts straight in case there was any doubt on that, or people think he's a sloppy player. He's one of my favorites for a good reason. Let me just move this part over here a little more so you can see that. So I'm going to go through just quickly with the rhythm and stuff like that, just to give you a flavor of how he plays this, and then I'll focus more on the lead, because you know Jimmy is such a great guitar player. You can't not talk about his rhythm too. So he's kind of tuned up pretty normal in this one, not low tuning like he usually is, not a half step down. So so it's in the key. What's funny is it's really just the same chords over: C, G, D, A, and then E, which is the caged chords, by the way, which is kind of funny too. I mean, I don't know, whatever that means. Caged chords, if you know what that means, kind of the open chords, and then after that they become bar chords, whatever. I don't want to go off on a tangent, but so the song starts. It's kind of interesting. In this video, you'll see Hendrix has just really got a lot of tricks up his sleeve. So slide in from a D to an E, keep the E open, come back to D, then you're going to go slide back from B to A, hammer off to G, and then E. And keep the G ringing in the air. Yes, every little thing counts. Okay, so, but you know, I'm playing loud. Let me play calm down for a minute. And then you're gonna, after that, so there's that slight G is actually ringing in the air, believe it or not. Then you're gonna hit the low E. Then you're gonna up pick from E, B, and A flat. So you're going to slide from B and E to G, F sharp, and then over here. So slowly the whole thing is like this. So there's a little toggle between the low E note to keep rhythm. Playing it loud, just accentuate. Of course I'm on my neck pickup, by the way, so I have a single claw here in the neck position, which Mr. Hendrix did too, if you recall. So here we go. Let me show my picking hand. Okay. Okay, so then the next riff is kind of the D thing here. It's A, B, D. Then you're going to come back to B. The up pick is always at the end. Okay, it's hard to slow this down. Yeah, it's only twice, sorry. And you're going to go into the song. So one more time. It's a lot trickier than it starts, than it sounds right out of the gate. Wait till you get to the solo. But anyway. I'm playing it loud on purpose just so you can hear that up pick. I'll play it like the record now. You ready? Okay, so that's the beginning. Hey Joe, where you going with that gun in your hand? One guitar is going. There's at least two guitars in this. Three if you count the lead. There's probably could be another one too. He was a master at putting a lot of guitars on a record and not making it sound busy. One guy's going, hey Joe, like this for the first verse. Crazy, right? Listen to it. Then that guy eventually goes, that guy who's going, then he jumps in later with other stuff. So, but my point is here now, like, so this is a little mini lesson too. So Hey Joe, you could do it like that, but I know Jimmy liked to do this a lot too, is hold his thumb on the bass note. Or you can grab the A string as well. Where you going with that gun in your hand? I'm gonna shoot my old lady. He does a few times open chords like this. You're gonna mess around with another man. And then I think it's the third verse forward. A lot of the times he does what he usually does with this kind of stuff. Instead of hitting the C like this, he does an inversion where he puts his hands like that. Gets the third over here. He's going out, shoot my leg. So you get those little thirds in there and little riffs. You know, I couldn't mess around with another man. Then this guy goes at some point. You can hear him do the third. So the one last thing I should mention is after the lead break, and I think he does it one more time at the very end too. After the lead break he goes, so he's kind of the C chord. He's always doing 4 notes leading into the next chord. The next chord would be G, so you start 4 notes behind. The next chord would be D, so you start 4 notes behind. Pretty cool. Then the next thing would be A, so you start 4 notes behind. The next chord would be E, so you start 4 notes behind. So very cool. Him and Noel Redding doing that. That's the other thing I wanted to mention. So anyway, so that's that. So Hendrix was a master guitar player, and this is probably, you know, I guess Fire 2 is probably not that hard. But so this and Fire probably is 2 of his easiest solos, actually, believe it or not. But my point is, when you see what's going on, we're going to do the solo next. When you see what's going on in the solo, the technique that's required to play it truly off the record and correctly, and phrase it like he phrases it, and just all the little things that are in this thing, you're going to be amazed, really, what's going on. And like I've said before, you know, hopefully you'll get a new appreciation for Hendrix. He was really, really an outstanding guitar player on many levels. So let's get down to the solo. I'll see you in a few seconds. Okay. Okay, so let's go through the solo. So now you can see how much technique is really in this solo by Jimi Hendrix. So we're going to start with going to bend up from D to E and hold an E note here. Okay, so now, like I said, this guitar solo is way trickier than people realize, but that's Jimi Hendrix for you. But so what you're going to do is, like, you know, most of the time when we bend, we got the string we're bending. Let's say it's the B string, and we got the E string. When we're doing these kinds of bends, and that's it. The index finger is only holding really the E string, right? But in this solo, you're going to have to hold the B string too. That's what makes it, this is just the start of the trickiness. So you want to make sure you're holding the B string too, because when you come off of this riff, you're going to get that B note in also. So he gets other notes in while he's playing. So again, bend up from D to E, hold the E, come down. So E, D. And then you're going to do B and E. So the reason why I'm telling you to hold this B note is if you don't do it, you're going to have to do this. Watch the index finger. You see, it's too hard. So you want to hold this B note to start. So you're getting the E note here. So this is, you know, this is a blues thing too, but, you know, Jimi Hendrix, man, a lot of tricks up his sleeves. Now, so let's finish it. And he gets an extra B note in there. So you're going to bend up from A to B, G, E, G. Okay, so now, that's the first little riff. So you keep that B and E holding. It's, the high E note is faintly in there too. Okay. Okay, let me just keep going. I want to tell you about something in a minute. So, then the second time is same thing. And you're going to do bend from A to B, then hit the B note. Okay? Okay, and at that point you don't have to hold the E note. Okay? So again, bend from A to B, and then hit the B, and then back to A. Then you're going to do G, A, G, and then E. However, again, this is where, when we put this together at normal speed, you'll see how difficult, it's actually pretty difficult to play. That's why Hendrix was one of the best, man. Kind of Blackmore comes to mind too, meaning that sometimes things don't sound that hard. A slower lead break. I know Blackmore's tough, and I'm saying one of his slower leads, they don't sound too bad, but when you listen to all the finesse that's going on, you realize that these guys are the greats for a reason. So the G is, it's slid, so we got a little slide in there just for that 1 second. Then G, E, G. Little slide back. And then we'll keep going. You're going to do slide from A to B, up to pentatonic, D, E, G, wiggle, little slide back. All right. Oh, I'm sorry. One thing I forgot to mention is when you do that, you get the B note in there. Okay. And then he's going to go just D to E. Then the second D to E is wiggled. Then the second part of the lead break. So far, let me slow down. So far, we have second part of the lead break. Now, the first part, back to the first part for a minute. What I wanted to mention was, this comes natural to me, and I think it is correct. For this, when you're getting these multiple notes in to hold together, that kind of stuff, for this first part, I do all down picks. It feels like that's the right thing to do. Sorry. Okay. And also what's tricky about this solo too is that you kind of feel like you're hitting the same notes over and over and over, especially the second part that's coming up in a second. So you gotta, Hendrix was tricky, man. You make the same 5-6 notes just do completely different things every second, kind of like Clapton used to do that too. So this is why, Hendrix is a lot harder than people realize. And when we do this thing up to speed later, and people say, oh, Hendrix was sloppy or stuff like that, man, I take offense to that, and I tell you, man, because you try playing, this is the easy solo. This is one of his easiest ones. You try playing Along the Watchtower, try playing that thing note for note, man, which, by the way, I have on my website, but try playing that thing for note, and how clean that thing is. I mean, and this is, when we play this thing up to speed in a minute, you'll see what I'm talking about. Every little thing to remember. It's a technique thing, He had great technique. He was a great player. So, And I think, I think a lot of the times he made up these leads for the record. I don't think he just said, okay, put it on, man, let's hope for the best. I don't think so. I mean, I really don't, man. He was like Jimmy Page. He knew this was going on record. When it's on record, it's final, man. And it's going to be around for 100 years plus, And he wanted it to stand the test of time. I don't think he just did this all by chance. So keep that in mind, too. Just like Jimmy Page, people think that he, sat down and had a beer and he started playing the lead break. I don't think so. Not these guys. That's why they're the greats, man. So, second part. So first, let me get this over again. Okay, so now you're going to do. Okay, this is tricky now. You're going to hold the B and the E again. Then you're going to do with the E note. Back to B and E again. But easy, not... It's very finesse, gentle, purposely, actually. Again, this is part of the technique, man. It's just nice and smooth. It's not hard attack. Listen to it. When you hear it, you'll see what I mean. And then you're gonna keep holding in that B and E the whole time. You're gonna bend up from A to B. Now this I would up pick this part. Okay. Then I would do A to B and then B. So. Okay. That's what it is. It's tricky, man. So I'll do it really slowly again. See, now the picking on this for me comes naturally to do this. So it's all down. Then up on this last part. For some reason it seems natural to me to do it like that, because otherwise then I think this riff is different than the first one around, right? The first one is very, you know, and then you do your thing. This is a little different. It's staying up there. It's staying in this vein with this BE thing. So, and it's very, very rhythmic. So if you don't start doing some up picking with this, I think it gets too choppy. That's part of the reason too. Plus this is just how my picking hand goes naturally. So I'm going to trust my gut. Okay. So now, before I get to the next part, the thing with this part is to remember that this is tricky, man. I'm telling you, every little part of this lead break is tricky. You have to remember that the melody is what he's trying to do. The melody is really this. Okay. Now, why am I telling you this? I'll tell you why. See this A, B? This is where it's a lot of technique and finesse. He achieves this A, B note by bending. So it's very important to keep space and don't rush the bend, because he wants to go get that A, B is two separate distinct notes in this passage. Okay? That's kind of the melody he's trying to portray in this passage. So the reason why I'm telling you this is because if you rush this bend, you'll get off track. You get off the train. So you gotta really distinctly. This is what's tricky, because you know, you want to go when you do a bend like this. You want to go like right up to it, but it's not. You have to remember that the melody is really saying. So you got to take your time on this A note. And plus holding this B note confuses you more, because it sounds like you want to go to B, but it's really not. He's trying to say the melody is... It's hard, and it's coming fast, actually. This whole lead break is fast. So you definitely, when this is up to speed, you want to go... So all you have to do is bend it right away, and you're off the tracks. Sounds simple, but it's not when you see it up to speed. So again, when you do that bend, try to remember to just chill out and allow the bend to give you the two notes, A and B. Okay? Then the next part is, which was definitely on purpose, open D, E, A, G. Okay? Okay, so together that phrase sounds like this. Little wiggle there, and then so it's crazy, right? So the open D, man, I'm totally on purpose, totally on purpose. He could have went, but he did open D. Okay. Okay, so then the next part is, again, you're going to bend from A to B slowly. So this is the second time this is occurring in this lead break, where you bend from A to B, but slowly. Don't go, because you'll never get in the right time with him. So it's amazing, right? So you're going to bend from A to, and there's none of that here. So that's A to B, then B, then G, and then bend up to AG. Okay, it's hard to slow this down. Then back to E. Okay. Okay, then the next riff is okay, and then you're going to bend up from A to B again. Common blues riff. Keep the B in the air ringing. Grab the D note. Then you can let it die and go. Then E, D. Okay, and then come back down to G. Hesitate a little bit, then the E. Okay, so the second whole part is sorry, I keep hitting that A note. See how the B and the D ring out together? Then kill it. Little hesitation here. So after you hit the E, slide back, then an open E quick. Crazy, right? This is all in there, man. And then you're gonna go little last riff, except he starts on C sharp. Except he doesn't just do it like that. He doesn't just do that. He actually slides up quietly. You'll hear an F and a C. Yes, you will. You'll hear the F and the C in there. If you really listen, then so you're going to get up to C sharp and F sharp. Where you want the leading notes in this to be on the D string. This is finesse, man. This is technique. See, now if I up-picked it or really accentuated the G string, it would sound like this. See how it sounds wrong? It's technique. He wanted this to be the dominant note. But this little G string is in there just to get you. So once you get up to the C sharp and the F sharp, then you do E, F sharp. Then you're going to do G and B. A little wiggle. Okay. Then you're going to end up on B and E. Then a quick is in there too at the very end. So let's pause there. I'll do the whole thing slow. We'll do it once or twice slow, and then I'll do it up to speed to show you what it sounds like. Crazy. See all the stuff that's really going on in this, man? It's unreal. Jimi Hendrix, man. That's why he's one of the best. Okay, I'll see you in 3 seconds. Okay, so let's try it nice and slow once or twice and see what it sounds like. Crazy. Maybe I'll do it one more time slower. See, it sounds not too bad, right? But when you're trying to actually play with your fingers, man, this is slow speed. You see everything that's going on? It's just really amazing, really. Don't forget to slide. Amazing. Kind of in the B area is that slide. So let's see, what else can I say about this before I do up to speed? Again, down pick. Don't forget to wiggle. Don't forget to slide. Staccato first, then bend. Wiggle, I mean. Slow on that bend. Slow on that bend again. There's a little staccato there too, I forgot to mention that. Open E. Get that F note in there, no kidding. All in about 2 revolutions of music on those chords. This little E break is this difficult. Imagine that. I mean, it's really amazing. Let's see if I can do it up to speed. Shut up. Not easy. One more time. Not easy, man. I think I made a mistake. I forgot the open D. Freaking tricky, man. You ready? Here we go. I told you this was a tricky Lee break. Let me try it again. I fumbled. I want to do it flawlessly, but you can see how there's a lot of little things to remember, man. It's hard. It's hard. Especially the second part is hard. And that's why I taught when I said you got to take time to bend that thing, because if you bend it, I'm making my own mistake. If you bend it too quick, you get out of time. Once you get out of time, you're shot, man. So another thing, by the way, Jimi Hendrix's phrasing. He was a hard guy to follow phrasing-wise. Very unique phrasing style. All his leads. So one more time, let's try and do this thing right, man. Ready? Whoops. I am getting this note in here too. Okay, so one more time. Let's try it again. Ready? There we go. Whew. Not easy, man. Not easy at all. Like I said, I hope it gives all of you a new appreciation for Hendrix, man. You try doing that thing off the record. Every little nuance. Well, that's why you're here, right? Guitar by Jimmy. But you see what's really going on in these classic Lee breaks, man. You know, don't take, it's kind of an underestimation of Hendrix and the greats. These guys had so many tricks up their sleeves. Their technique was just on another level. And all these little things that they did in their leads, which sound somewhat simple to the ear. But when you really uncover them like an onion peel, man, you say, oh my God, there's really so much going on, you know what I mean? So, like I said, Jimi Hendrix, man, he was really had some serious technique and phrasing and things like that. And he was a great blues player. His roots are in blues, as you know. So, and this is bluesy kind of stuff, But like I said, don't take him for granted, man, all the little things he's doing. So, so that's up to speed. It is fun to play, but it's not easy. It's not easy to play perfectly. If somebody said right now to me, hey, Jim, go, you fill in for Hendrix, play this Lee break off the record on the tape, I'd be, oh man, put the red button on, record, I'd be like a little nervous, man. I might have to take a few takes to get it perfect, you know what I mean? So, pretend you're Hendrix and you got to do it perfect for the record. I mean, it's tricky stuff, man. So that's, anyway, so I can't talk about Hendrix enough. He was great, man. He really was great. I mean, he was a genius, right? Let's face it. He was a great guitar player, great songwriter. And, how many songs did that guy write in the 3 or 4 years? I mean, give me a break. Unique, right? And he really always had his personality come to the guitar. It was just amazing. Great lyricist too. And he was a real soulful singer. I always liked his voice. And he was a great lyricist. He wrote great words too, man. But obviously, unfortunately, he didn't write this one. This is an older song, but still, it was his first hit, I think, right? So, but anyway, so that's Jimi Hendrix, man. Hey Joe, Jimmy's version, probably the best one actually. And this is the lead break, the silly 2-revolution lead break. That's pretty hard, man. Not so simple. So I'm glad you joined me on this free video today. Thanks for visiting the website. I'm getting a lot of comments and people buying stuff, and I appreciate that. So pass the word and all that good stuff. And I hope you're learning something. You know what I mean? That's what I'm here for, to teach you some good stuff and really learn what's going on underneath all this stuff with these great guitar players. And you really learn a lot about music when you really figure this stuff out note for note. So once again, I'm Jim Fuge. This is guitarbyjimi.com. Thanks for joining me, guys. Everybody rock on, and I'll see you on the next video for sure. Thanks again.